We are up to a little over 7,000 stores globally. Of course, when I started back in 2000, I think we were just 500 Lenscrafters stores. And in the Lenscrafters environment, it was about, on average, 6 PCs. And like I said, we went to a GUI Windows-based solution. We looked at management solutions to manage those endpoints in order to push changes, software changes, updates, things like that. Let me tell you, as an administrator at that time, I don't think I got much sleep. You're trying to push out changes. You're using a management console. The management console across a fleet of 6,000 systems says, oh yeah, we updated, 5,500. And then you find out the other 500 is either offline and you're fixing a few there. And then the next morning you come in and it's chaos. You want to know why? Because we can't kick the cash drawer. Because that management software said 5,500 were successful, and it lied. And it wasn't successful. So a lot of false positives, because I've had a lot of experience with different management tools, your big box management tools, smaller management tools, and it's consistent on the false positive. And you can't have that, especially when you're kicking the cash drawer. That is important. And I will tell you, hands down, that with UMS, I've never been given a false positive.
Wow.
It is a breath of fresh air. And so, as we're looking at these different solutions, of course, IGEL and the hardware and no fans and, the hard drive, none of that, you really see a mean time between failure of what was it, 10, 12 years, something like that. I usually just quote 10, but 10 years. And so...
with no people intervention.
Right,
yeah.
Right. And so that was really key to us. And so we went through, we worked with different management software. We got in a lab, we tested the management software, and literally these other solutions just within the lab couldn't even give me a success on deployment. Couldn't give me the information I needed. Sit down with UMS. It's so easy to use. You really didn't need any training. You push an update and it's successful, and you just see it there, right? So we decided to go with IGEL and deploy IGEL. And again, going back to, I customized my own Linux OS. Well, I didn't have to do that because IGEL already did it for me. It takes a lot of pressure off of me, and it's just enough OS. So that's secure in and of itself, just enough OS. We had just a short amount of time to convince them to allow us to make it a thin client solution, run it on the IGELs, and we had to speed up our deployment to all stores. I think it was about 800 at that point in time, 800 stores pretty much overnight, and get everything running. And we actually went to the open source environment as well, and worked with someone actually in Germany, great talent in Germany, who helped us create, or not create, but expand upon USB over IP. What that means is you get into the UMS, you simply set up the profile, set up the environment, and boom, you could go out and deploy that quickly. And somebody said, oh, I hear it only takes one person to manage, your IGEL environment. Not really. Truth be told, maybe a quarter or a half a person, truly, truly, yeah. It's amazing. So 10 plus years later, I am still a fan and passionate about IGEL.